it's not super. I don't know what Santal is. Sounds scatcherific. Does not sound good. Absolutely not blind buy safe. Absolutely. Do not kid yourself. Do not blind buy this. Hey guys, so you know when you're just kind of like cruising the internet late at night and you click on the new arrivals on Fragrance Buy and they have new arrivals that you're interested in, and then you get an email for a fragrance that is always out of stock, that is coveted, that is the missing key to your collection, and this happens all in the span of 30 minutes, and you were just not ready for it, but it's the perfect time and it's the worst time all at once. I did it. I blind bought these, so you did not have to. Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Charlotte. Thank you so much for being here with me today. If you're new, I do lots of videos on fragrance and beauty. If you love that kind of content, definitely subscribe. To all my regulars and subscribers, hello. So excited to have you here with me today, especially in this new space. Yeah, I'm no longer filming from my bedroom. Big step up, right? Today, I wanted to talk about, you know when... well, not everyone knows, but some of you know. I know you know. I know you know what I'm talking about. You're like, okay, I think I'm good. I don't need any perfumes. And then you're like scrolling the internet late at night, or maybe, well, you get an email that lets you know that a coveted perfume in the community, or a perfume that you've been wanting but that is frequently sold out. You get the email, okay? But you get the email not at the right time for you. That happened. And I got... okay, actually 3 fragrances, okay? But I got 2 fragrances that I think are not blind buy safe. Maybe it's kind of known in the community sometimes that they are not blind buy safe. But anyway, I just went for it, and I am mostly a blind buyer, and I'm not gonna hide that fact from you guys, okay? I'm just not. Instead, I'm gonna use it to your advantage, okay? I'm hoping this is not going to be too much of a large series because, well, actually no, it's okay because we'll find out together. I'm sure I'll find some hidden gems, okay? So those fragrances are Santal Kardamom, or Santal Kardamom by Maison Lancome, and by Franck Boclet, Cocaine or Cocaine. Now, I knew about both these fragrances for a long time. I did not sample them. I know you're supposed to sample fragrances before you buy them. I am not a very responsible person when it comes to that. Do not do like me, first of all. But anyway, as soon as I ordered Santal Kardamom, I looked up on the internet and I saw that it was absolutely not a safe blind buy and that people hated it. Like, well, some people loved it, but some people absolutely hated it. And so, you know, I was like, have I made a large mistake? Have I completely made a huge mistake? What's going on? You know, I was crossing my fingers and hoping I didn't, but you know, who knows? That's what blind buys are all about, right? Is you never know. And Cocaine, I had my eye on this, honestly, I think since it came out. When did it come out? Like, anyway, a long time ago. At the same time as I got the email for Santal Kardamom, I saw this in the new arrivals and it was at a really good price, and you guys, I just went for it. And then I checked the reviews to like remember what people said about it, even though I really wanted it, and people said it smelled like mothballs. Not only does it smell like mothballs, y'all, in the opening, it has the bad breath smell that I got from none other than Elizabeth Arden Red Door Revealed. Do you guys remember this? I'm sure you remember. This smells, in my words, like bad breath and farts. Just this morning, actually, I looked up on Fragrantica and someone just added a brand new review since I bought this, describing the bad breath smell. Apparently it's called, what's it called? Check. Yeah. Okay, so Black Orchid says, ah, no, it has full of scatol, which smells like bad breath for me. Too much scatol. There you go. I don't know what scatol is. Sounds like scatcherific. Does not sound good. Sounds not good. So strange because I do like the dry down. It's so strange. This is such a strange fragrance because at the top it has tobacco, it has caramel. What else does it have at the top? Let's see. So yeah, at the top it has caramel, it has tobacco, it has red berries and bitter orange. In the mid it has tuberose, lily, and orchid. And in the base it has manoi oil, vanilla, and patchouli. And for me, I'm like, okay, I get the caramel and tobacco, but it's not super. especially at the beginning, it does kind of smell like mothballs, and it's uncanny actually how much it smells like mothballs in the opening, which makes me very curious. Like, is that a desirable opening scent, or is that a mistake? You know what, like, I would like to know. And I don't know if it's because it's also because of the lily with tuberose. Tuberose can go a lot of ways, you know, and it can go a little bit more old school, but if you pair it with lily, and lily is already to me a little bit more old school, dark, a little bit more mature smelling, maybe pairing them together brings that out. I don't know, you guys. But in this perfume reminds me of, people compare it to Orchid Soleil, and Orchid Soleil is a very desirable scent that people love, right? And some people even compare it to Love Don't Be Shy, though not many. But I was kind of, I mean, does this smell like Tom Ford Orchid Soleil? Now I need to know if it smells like Orchid Soleil. The dry down is really nice and caramelic, and it still has a tobacco. Yeah, the dry down, I get the Monoi oil with the vanilla and the tuberose, and the caramel still sweetening it up in a slightly artificial kind of way. It's nice, but it is nice, but there is a sort of strange animalic tinge in it that I was not prepared for. Anyway, so yeah, definitely not a safe blind buy. I would love to know if any of you have smelled this, what your thoughts are on it. If you have smelled it, it sounds to me like some people like this, but I honestly think most people wouldn't. Or this is just extremely not safe to blind buy. Extremely not safe to blind buy, just saying. Okay, next up, Santal Kardamom by Maison Lancome. And this is my collector brain coming out, okay, because I love Maison Lancome. I have a couple others that I haven't shared with you yet from this house. The bottles are, you know, absolutely beautiful. Here on the front you get the signature of the scent. So here it says signature Cardamom verte, and assemblage Santal essence and Santal distillat, and the signature is Cardamom verte, or green cardamom. And this, at first, okay, when I looked at the reviews, I was like, oh my goodness, damn, did I make a mistake? Some people love it, absolutely love it. This is definitely more of a blind buy, safe perfume if you like sandalwood than the other one was if you like white florals. You know what, if you know what, understand what I mean. So I do love sandalwood, and I'm also very much on a hunt to really discover all the nuances of sandalwood. So that's also why I jumped on it. Even if I knew it might not be my perfect kind of sandalwood, I took the risk just to have it in my collection with the other bottles, and I was like, I can resell it. But you guys, the opening, the very first opening when you spray it, is a little bit medicinal. I've heard lots of descriptions of it. It can be interpreted in those harsh ways, but this is so nice. This is so nice. And what I was most surprised about this is the dry down. At first I was like, okay, this is a really beautiful, warm, spicy, cardamom heavy sandalwood, and it's not the first I've smelled that has that cardamom sandalwood mix, but it's definitely more on the powdery side, more on the dry, spicy, powdery side. But this changes and this morphs into your skin. And so first what I noticed was that my hand was down here and I'd sprayed it on my forearm, and I started smelling, getting wafts of it up. And it was so smooth and round with no rough edges, no harsh edges. You know how I love that. And it was warm without a harsh spiciness. So the cardamom, to be honest, is so beautifully blended into this. Really beautiful. But what was so surprising to me is that then I thought that was the end. I was like, okay, that's nice. That's a nice powdery, warm, spicy cardamom sandalwood. Nice. Nothing to write home about maybe, but it's nice. But then later, when it's completely dried down, you know, 20-30 minutes later, it became a little bit lactonic and more just velvety and enveloping and delicious, like almost delicious, which I was so not expecting it to be. I thought it was going to stay very, very woody, dry, woody, powdery. And I don't want to speak too soon, you guys, but this is the first sandalwood that I've smelled that in the dry down, it comes close to the lactonicness in This Is Her from Zadig & Voltaire. That is an amazing surprise to me. I didn't smell that right from the get-go when I smelled it like this, but now that I know what the dry down smells like, I get it now from the cap. But when I first got it from the cap, I did not get that, okay? But now that it's dried down, it becomes tonic. You guys already know those are my, I think those are my favorite kinds of sandalwood, especially since I like sandalwood paired with other notes that can be powdery. So for me, my sandalwood is there to add a lactonic, more velvety touch. I don't need more powder in my fragrance usually by the time this note is in there. That's why I really think this is so beautifully balanced. I'm really impressed, and just goes to show, definitely not blind buy safe, you know, because apparently a lot of people don't like this. And here I thought this was going to be more safe for me, to be honest, because it just looked intoxicating, and I love white florals and tuberose and caramel and tobacco, but definitely not blind buy safe. Anyway, so both of these are not blind buy safe, but hey, I blind bought them. Now you don't have to. You will hear more about these absolutely for sure. I'm so happy that I blind bought this. You know what I mean? And I'm not completely unhappy that I blind bought this, because I'd been wondering about this for so many years, and I like the bottle. Let's just be real. I'm a collector. This is something I'm happy to have in my collection to explore further right now, and it's definitely very unique. Absolutely not blind buy safe. Absolutely. Do not kid yourself. Do not blind buy this, okay? Mothballs and bad breath. Okay, like how bad of an opening can you get? So when I smelled that bad breath thing from this, I was like, okay, well, I need to find my red door revealed. And I smelled this, you guys, and suddenly this didn't have so much bad breath in it anymore. So it just goes to show. Now, that does not mean that now I like this fragrance. I still don't, but I'm on a hunt to figure out the bad breath mothballness in these. I will report back. But for now, just do not blind buy these. Don't ever. No. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have so many exciting videos coming up. Also, if you are interested in little mini reviews, I do that a lot on my Instagram, in my stories, and also follow me on TikTok. I am trying to do it. And I'm gonna do it. Be there for the start of it, okay? So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was useful to you. Please let me know down in the comments below what you have been wanting to blind buy but holding off of because you know it's not blind buy safe. You just know it's not blind buy safe, but you just feel like you're on the cusp, like you're on the verge of doing it. Drop it down below. Let's talk in the comments. Until we see each other again, please take care of yourself, and I'll see you very soon.